everybody. I'm so excited to be here. My name is Matt. I am from Boston, Massachusetts. Any East Coast people here tonight? Okay. Only a couple, but they're aggressive. That's our way. I like that. I don't want to say I come from Massachusetts trash, but my family's favorite restaurant is Dunkin' Donuts. And that is the word they use, restaurant. That's the worst part. I moved out here to be an actor, which is why I'm always dressed like an H&M mannequin. Acting is a weird profession. It's one of the few that people make you prove all the time. Like if someone says, "What do you do?" and you go, "Oh, I'm an actor," the next response is always, "Well, what have I seen you in?" You don't do that to anybody else. It's not like somebody's like, "I'm a plumber," and you're like, "Oh, really? Show me a toilet you unclogged, you dick." You're not a plumber. You just walk around in the background while a real plumber plumbs. My goals and priorities are a little different, I think because of the pandemic. Like before all that, if you're like, "Man, if you make it big, what would you do?" I'd be like, "I don't know, buy a mansion, have a pool in the shape of the bat symbol, 1989, deep in the middle, shallow on the wings." And I was like, "Man, if you make it big, what would you do?" I'm like, "I don't know. I'd like to be able to buy paper towels in bulk. I'd like to see an unknown number on my cell phone and think, I should answer that. That might be an opportunity." Not, "No one touched that phone, it's Capital One. I don't know how they found me, but they found me." Capital One, what's in your wallet? It belongs to us. I'd like to fill my gas tank up all the way, you know what I'm talking about? Not $20 every other day, but all the way, till it does that click. There's a little click at the end. I've never felt it, but I've heard about it. There's a little click. That's your car going, "Oh, I'm full. Oh, I'm full. I want that. I want to pump my car to completion." Don't worry about me. I'm doing fine. I make about $1,100 a year, so I'm okay. I love being out here. Everything out here is a little bit nicer, a little brighter, a little sunnier than what we have in Massachusetts. Even the billboards, all the billboards out here are like, "For your consideration, Succession." And you're like, I suppose I will consider that show. I don't know what that means, but I'll consider it. By my house in Massachusetts, on the highway, there is a real billboard for discount cremation. That's a real billboard. Which is amazing, because I don't really consider cremation like an impulse buy. I can't imagine there's a lot of people in the car with a dead body like, "What are we going to do with Grandpa? Discount cremation, 2 more exits, how lucky for us!" It's discounted, that's creepy. Where's that company cutting corners? Only burning part of the body? No urn, just a Ziploc bag, or not even a Ziploc bag, that sandwich bag that you had to flip? Remember that bag? I don't want to get political tonight, but fuck that bag. The only thing I always wish is I wish that billboard said, "Discount cremation, you've earned it." Here's the deal, Matt, why ever do that joke? Because if even one person makes that sound, they're my new best friend for life, and that is how I make friends out here. I'm interested in cremation, not in a creepy way. I guess it's always a creepy way, but I went to Catholic school my entire life. Anybody go to Catholic school? Okay, a couple people, and some of you don't want to admit it, so there's more than you think. If you didn't go to Catholic school, the best way I can describe it is like this. You memorize a ton, but you learn nothing. For example, to this day, I know all the prepositions in alphabetical order to the tune of Yankee Doodle Dandy. It sounds like this. About, above, across, after, against, among, around, at, before, beside, between, by, down, during, except for, from, in, into, near, of, off, on, over, through, to, toward, under, up, with. Thank you. But I don't know where women pee from. Like basic biology, no thank you, but I know what a gerund is. It's a weird way to live. I also don't know a ton about theology, because theology in my high school was taught by the football coach. This is very real. This man went to them, and he was like, "Look, we don't really have a football program, and I don't make enough money." And they were like, "Well, you're not qualified to teach math or science. What are you qualified for?" "I suppose theology, which says more about religion than I think they meant to." But as a result, every theology class was the exact same. This man was shaped like a thumb. He would come in, he would wear a button-down, like, short-sleeve, clip-on tie, and he would go, "Hey, everybody, DVD player's busted, so we're just gonna go for it. Got this Jesus guy. He's basically your QB. He's got a message, he's looking for someone to be open to his message. Sends out the apostles, that's your offensive line, sees that Paul is open to his message, passes the message off to Paul, Paul receives the message, turns it into a letter, that's a completion. Crowd's going nuts because Mary Magdalene's the head cheerleader. She get everybody all riled up. Head coach of their team, he's washing his hands of the whole thing. That's your Pontius Pilate. And if Paul can get through the non-believers and into the end zone, the non-believers being the defensive line and the end zone being the Corinthians, then we call that pass a Hail Mary. Holy shit, put your heads on your desk. You guys, I'm Matt Catanzano. Thank you so much for having me. Have a good night.